Yo, 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 yo. There we go. It's PG. It's a PG show. Welcome. Oh, muted. I'm not muted. Fucking hell. I'm having bad starts at the moment. You know when I'm starting the streams, I feel like I'm a novice. I'm a novice to this guy. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, guys, hopefully you're all well. Welcome in. Welcome in. It's Saturday afternoon, and it is time. It's time for what? Let's be honest. I think we're going to have a falling out here, me and you guys, because this could be heated. This is going to be heated. There's going to be a lot of disagreements, and we just have to work our way through and find out, what is what. But essentially, what are we doing here? We are rating. We're going to put a list together, 20-1. Here's the thing that we're going to be using. Best Manchester City players since the takeover. I'm going to make it easier for us all since the takeover because I've never seen Colin Bell play. I've never seen all them guys play football. I'm just going to make it basically the players that I've seen play football. So since 2002, 2000 is when obviously I can sort of remember. Luckily for us, most of them players won't be in it. So yeah, we're going to go through, we're going to put them in here and we're going to make a list, but it's going to be an interesting one. The stream layout, this is how it's going to work. First of all, we have to decide what players are going to go in. So I've effectively got up this for every single year since 2008, and we'll go through all the players and we'll essentially just put whatever players we think have a chance of being in the top 20, we'll put them in, and then at the end, then we'll obviously put the list on. So could take a while. If you're watching back on replay, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Of course, if you're watching live, make sure you drop a like. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel as well. But yeah, this is going to be super interesting, guys. Let's give some shout outs before we start. We've got Minac, yes. We've got Thotam, IP Trust, Craig Party Time, Pulma, Kubas Protocol, Xavi, Lil Tims, Lauren's in the building, Nam, Caffeine, yes, Jazz, Xavi, bored with this, Abdi Salad, Asanda, and Clay, yes, big up, guys. Hopefully you're all well. I got my caffeine break because this is going to be an interesting one. Right, let's get started. So, first of all, this is just to recap what we're doing. This is the 2008-2009 season. We're going to go through every season, and any player from the squad that year that we think has a chance of being in the top 20, we'll whack them in the list, and then we'll get onto the list because we have to get a pool of players first to understand where they go. This is a Rockstar energy drink. And it's strawberry and lime, and it is absolutely beautiful. It's so refreshing. It's so good. Right, let's get into it then, guys. Let's get into it. So, this is 2008. So, I think Joe Hart has a great chance of being inside the top 20 Manchester City players. So, I'm going to whack him in. And to do that, I'll open up a new tab, save a picture of him, and then whack him in my top 20 folder and call it Joe Hart. There we go. So I think Joe Hart has a great chance of being inside the top 20. Mika Richards. Does Mika Richards have a chance of being in the top 20? I don't think so. I don't think he's going to get inside the top 20, to be honest with you, because Zabaleta is definitely going in the pool of possible top 20 players. So Zabaleta, let's whack him in there. Save a picture. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just saving a picture of him into a separate folder so then we can whack him on. Zabaleta. There we go. Okay, so Zabaleta probably will get in. Yeah, I'm not seeing. Shawnee Wright, great player, but probably not good enough to be in the top 20. Robinho, nice player, but probably not going to get in. Elano probably wasn't at City in long enough to get inside the top 20, to be honest with you. So I'm going to leave him out as well. Richard Dunn, listen, legend, but in terms of this is brutal. This is brutal. So whilst he does have the most Player of the Year awards for Manchester City, he's probably not going to get in the top 20. Company's definitely. Vincent Kompany's definitely got a chance of being inside the top 20. So let me whack him in as well. There we go. Company. I'm just saving the images so then when we go on this later on, like we can put the images of the players on. That's basically what I'm doing there. So yeah, Company's in there. Some other good, Nigel de Jong, good player, but probably not going to make it inside the top 20, I would imagine. Craig Bellamy, another good player, but again, probably not going to make it inside the top 20. So are we all happy with that? First of all, this isn't guaranteed top 20. This is just putting it in the pool And then when we come to do the list later, once we've gone through all the seasons, we'll then have a pool of players. I don't think anyone else from 2008, 2009. Does De Jong deserve to be in with a shout? I don't know. Just probably not. I don't think he's going to make it. Nah, I'm not going to put Nigel De Jong in there. As good as he wasn't quite good enough. Right, let's have a look. The time is 10 past 2, bro, in the UK. Right, let's have a look at 2008, 2009. So we should start whizzing through this because, of course, most of the players would have already been there. So let's have a look if there's anyone. Gareth Barry, I think. See, this is where it gets interesting, Alex, because there are no rules. There are no rules in this game, my friend. You can do whatever rules you want. If you want to do ability, achievements, value for money, then that's you. Right, Gareth Barry. Let's put him in the list. Again, this isn't confirming that they definitely will be in the top 20. This is just putting them in the pool to have a chance. Okay, Gareth Barry's in there. Lescott. I can't put him in the top 20, guys, I'm afraid. I know he was in that 2012 season, but not quite good enough. Again, with Emmanuel Adebayor, I can't put him in there either. Carlos Tevez is 100% in the list, in the 20. So we'll put him in there. Tevez. There we go. Tevez is in. Gunnar Nielsen. Jesus. And that's it. That's it for 2009. There's no one else. Right, let's continue with our 2000 and... Oh, fucking hell, I just closed it down. Let me continue with our 2010, 2011 season. Let's have a look. Who's in this one? Where are we? Okay, so Milner. I don't think I can put Milner in there. He was good while he was at City, but to say top 20 of all time, nah. Not for me. However, Dzeko, yes, I'm putting Dzeko in there, guys. I'm putting Dzeko in there. Top player, underrated. And you only have to look at what he's done in the game since he left Manchester City to sort of prove just how good he is. Probably wasn't truly appreciated at City, if we're being completely honest with each other. I'm just trying to find a picture that I can use. It's like a JPEG. There we go. Dzeko. Right, Dzeko's on the list. Buzz him. Who else? David Silva. Boom. David Silva has to be on the list. David Silva, Man City. Let's save a picture of him. Let's get him in there. David Silva. There we go. So far, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players so far. Yaya Toure, 100%, guys. He's got to be on the list. He has to be on the list. Yaya Toure, Man City. See, the likes of Nigel De Jong might end up getting in, to be honest with you, because like I don't know. Like when we come to the end of the seasons, I don't know how many players we're going to have. Balotelli. Nah, I'm not going to put Mario Balotelli in there. To be honest with you. Kolarov, nah, I ain't putting Kolarov in there either. He's not top 20 Manchester City players. Let's go on to 2012 then. Let's have a look what other players we've got here then. Okay, so Aguero. Absolutely, he's going in the top 20. Absolutely, he's going inside the top 20. Aguero. Who else we got on this list? Sami Nasri. What do we think about Sami Nasri? That's an interesting one, isn't it? How many games did he play for City? Played 176 games for City, you know. He played 176 games for City. He played for City more than he did anyone else. Not top 20. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll tell you what I'll do. Because this isn't confirmation. I'll put him in. But of course, this is not confirmation that he will make the top 20. This is just getting a pool together. So we'll whack him in. We'll whack him in the pool. But that doesn't mean that he's definitely going to be inside the top 20. Okay, yeah, that's it from that season. Let's go 2012, 2013. See if we can find anyone else to add in. Nope. See, this is what I'm thinking. I think the Nigel de Jongs and that, they might actually sneak in. The Nigel de Jongs and them sort of players, they might actually sneak into the top 20. Negredo. See, Negredo was a weird one because Negredo hardly... how many... Negredo transfer marks. How many games did he play for City? He played 49 games for us, right? But in that one season that he played, he absolutely smashed it, didn't he? Which one was it? 13, 14? Which year was it that he absolutely killed it? 13, 14. He got 31 GNA, but it's only 1 year. But he was class. He was class. Let's see who else is on the list. Fernandinho, boom, he can get in this. Fernandinho. Right, we got Fernandinho. I don't want web peas, man. I don't want web peas. Web peas everywhere, innit? Where the PNGs at? Oh my god, man. Someone give me a web P everywhere. Web P in the club, man. Come on. There we go. Sky Sports News coming in clutch. Fernandinho. There we go. Right. I'll give you a quick update of who we've got now. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we're only in 2013, 14. So far, we've got Sergio Aguero, David Silva, Jekyll, Barry, Joe Hart, Vincent Kompany, Samir Nasri, Tevez, Yaya Toure, Zabaleta, and Fernandinho. So we're currently on 11. And we need more play. We need more. We're in 2015 now. Right, let's have a look in this one. Bakary Sagna was a great player, but I can't put him in my top 20, to be honest with you. Can't put him in my top 20. Bruno Zuccolini, do you remember him? Nah, we're flying through some of these seasons, you know. We're flying through some of these seasons. I'm not putting Lampard in there. No chance. Sterling. Absolute facts. Raheem Sterling has to go in the Manchester City pool of top 20 players. Oh my God. Web peas everywhere. Sterling. Right, we're on 12 now. We're on 12. So we're getting closer now. Caballero? I mean, didn't he smash it? Didn't Caballero like... Yeah, I'm just doing... This is just 0809 because it just makes everything a lot easier. Caballero, didn't he win us a couple penalty shootouts, Caballero? Goalkeepers are difficult, isn't it? Kevin De Bruyne. He can get in there. I think we're on 13 now. Web peas everywhere, man. There we go. KDB. Right, we're on 13. We're on 13. Kevin De Bruyne. Delph was all right, but not going in there. Clichy. You know what? Gail Clichy, man. I like Gail Clichy. But if we put Clichy in, you've got to put Mika Richards in. Otamendi. I don't know. Do we have to put Otamendi in? It wasn't that bad, man. I feel like towards the end, he wasn't great. But he was pretty solid, to be honest with you. He was pretty solid. And I feel it would be very harsh not to put him in. He played 210 games for City. I'm going to put Otamendi in there. I'm going to put him in. You know what I mean? I think, was it the first year that of Pep's reign that he sort of struggled? But and I feel like that was a little bit of a shame. Like, for example, right, I think I think if he was to bring in Otamendi, right, into this current team, I don't think he'd like do that bad, to be honest. I think he'd be all right. I wouldn't particularly be like desperate to get him in there, but I think he'd be okay. It was just he had a bad time, innit? Right, 2016, 17. Not putting Bravo in there, no chance. Gundogan, oh my god, guys, it's starting to fill up now. It's starting to fill up. Oh no. It's gonna get real difficult soon. It's gonna get real difficult soon. Let me check how many we've got now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're already on 15. Sane. In terms of, I know like he probably never reached like his full potential at City, but I feel like I have to put Sane in there as well, man. I'm going to put Sane in. I'm going to put him in. I know he never reached his full potential, but in terms of City's best players, you can't disagree and say he was a fantastic player. I'm going to put him in. I'm going to put him in. Fuck it. John Stones. Oh my days, guys. We're running out of space. We're running out of space. Oh no. This is where it gets brutal. Soon it gets brutal. This is difficult, man. Jesus. I feel like he should be put in the pool, to be honest with you. Like, because he did do a madness. He scored the Centurions goal. He was a good player. I think it would be harsh not to put Jesus in the top 20, to be honest with you. I think it would be harsh not to put him in the top 20. He was a good player. It helped us out a lot. And just because he didn't make it at City in terms of like, he's still here and we sold him because we've got better players, that to me doesn't mean that he shouldn't at least be in the pool. At least be in the pool. So yeah, I'm going to whack him in there. 2018. This is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I knew it was going to be hard, right? But I didn't think it was going to be this hard. Kyle Walker has to be in. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is going to be difficult. Come on, man. Give me JPEGs. Give me PNGs. Walker. Oh, God. Nah. Protocol. This is just a pool, so I am kind of like purposely like putting in too many because we'll have to cut Laporte. Laporte has to be in there. I'm afraid he does have to be in there. He absolutely has to be in there. Absolute like warrior, sick defender, modern day player, sick guy. Met him outside Spoons in Deansgate. Like legend, to be honest, legend of the game. Man, this is gonna get tricky soon, isn't it? Bernardo Silva. Oh no. Oh my God, this is gonna be brutal. This is gonna be brutal. Guys, man. Guys. Where are we? Edison. I feel like Edison has to be in there. Yeah, lol. Right, just to repeat to everyone, right now, all we're doing is getting a pool of players. We're not deciding who is in the top 20 yet. We're getting the pool of players. We've got 3 more seasons to do, and then we'll do the list and we'll cut people out. This is just to get the pool. I feel like Edison has to be in there, I'm afraid. Well, I don't know. I'm afraid. I'm not afraid. But Edison has to be in there. He's basically the modern day goalkeeper. In my opinion, he's the best goalkeeper in the world with the ball at his feet. And now that he's even improving shot stopping, he's going to seriously challenge Alisson as the best goalkeeper in the world. I got a question for you. It ended on a sour note. Well, it ended on a sour note in terms of like he's gone to Arsenal and talked too much. Does Zinchenko deserve a shout to potentially be in the top in the pool? Does he deserve it? I mean, 1.7 million if you care about the cash. I don't know. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I don't think so, man. I don't think you can put him in the top 20 players. But it's just a question that I was wondering. Right, we're into the next year now. Oh my god, Rodri. Oh my god. I forgot about Rodri. I forgot about him. How can I forget about this guy? Should we have a quick check on how many players we've got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Cancelo? Mahrez. Oh, we've got to put Mahrez in there. What about Cancelo? Like, in terms of sheer quality, you'd have to say yes. Because, like, he's a quality player. But he has cost us a lot of goals in big matches. And like, he just comes across as like a bit of hard work in it. So does that matter? Well, I guess it depends on your your sort of list, because you can make your own rules, innit? Yeah, I'm not putting Cancelo in there. People will leave that out. Foden. What about Foden, guys? I think you got to put him in there. He's played 230 games, 62 goals, 45 assists. I'm sorry, he's got to go in. Again, I'm not sorry. I don't know why I'm saying sorry, innit? I ain't sorry, man. I ain't sorry. We are going to have to cut a lot of players from this list. You say not yet, bro, but he's played 230 games. You know what I mean? Right. We've a couple of seasons left now. Let's see if there's anyone else we've forgotten. Diaz. Diaz has to go in. He has to go in. He does. His classmate. Ake. I don't know about Ake because, let's be real, last year was like the year that he was sick. Like he was good before that, but like last year was like the main year. So I'm not going to put him in. I'm not going to put Ake in. But I would just say you are very close, bro. You are very close to the list. If we do this again next year, then you'll be close. Okay, no one else from that. No one else from that can go in. 2022, 2 seasons left. Let's see if there's anyone else. Sack Stefan. Can do one, man. Not put. I don't think Grealish gets in my top 20. I don't think he gets in my top 20, guys. What do you think? Jack Grealish in the top 20 or nah? I don't think so, man. Can't just be putting him in because he was part of the treble squad, innit? That ain't right. And then the last season. Haaland. Do we put Haaland in? Haaland. Haaland's only had a year, but he's sick. I'll put in Haaland in. Fuck it. Mate, he scored 50 goals. I'm sorry, I've got to put him in. But we will take that into account. We will take that into account when we do the list. Is there anyone else on this list? Alvarez. I have to put Alvarez in then, innit? I can't be like, I'm putting Haaland in and not put Alvarez in. I'll put him in the poll. I'll put him in the pool, and then we might have to cut him. I don't know. We'll see. We are making it more difficult for ourselves here, though, because the more players we have, the more we have to cut, and that makes it harder. Right, I'm done. That's it. Yeah? We're sorted. We're sorted now. Wow. Okay, so the players that we have, yeah? Let me the players that we have, and then I'll whack them on the screen, is Aguero, Bernardo, David Silva, Diaz, Dzeko, Edison, Fernandinho, Foden, Barry, Gundogan, Haaland, Jesus, Joe Hart, KDB, Company, Laporte, Mahrez, Otamendi, Rodri, Sami Nasri, Sane, Sterling, Stones, Tevez, Walker, Yaya Toure, Zabaleta, and Alvarez. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So we've got to cut 8 people. Right? It's time. It's time to do the list, people. Let's get it on. Okay, so this is the list. 20 all the way down to 1. Now I can add can I add all the files at once? Like, is that a thing? I'd have to do it one by one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Boom. We got them. We got them. We're in. We're in. I need to zoom this in, innit? I don't know why all these fucking transformer things are here, innit? That's not me, to be honest with you. Right. Here are the players. Is there anyone here that we've obviously missed? Like, is there anyone that we've obviously missed? I have gone through every single season. So, like, I think I've got everyone. But is there anyone that we've obviously missed? I think we've got everyone in it, to be honest with you. Is KDB there? Where's KDB? There he is. KDB is there. Right. Let's begin. Okay, so let's do players who are definitely going to be in the top 20, right? And then we can move to players who might not make it. So, for example, I'm going to have to zoom out a little bit, yeah, but I'll tell you what I'm doing. So, Aguero, he's in. Bernardo, he's in. David Silva, he's in. Mahrez is probably in. Foden's in. Tevez is in. Gundogan's in. Haaland's in. Edison's in for me. Company's in. Sterling's in. Fernandinho's in. Yaya's in. Rodri's in. Stones is in. Walker, is that Walker? Who's that there? Is that Sami Nasri? Well, he can be on the peripherals. I think John Stones is in for me. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we can put 4 more definites. That's tricky, that. Oh, KDB. Boom. KDB's in. This is where it starts to get painful, man. Sane's going to get in. Diaz is going to get in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I got one more player. I got one more player out of these that I can put in. What the hell? So these are the players that we've got left. Laporte, Nasri, Dzeko, Barry, Jesus, Alvarez, Joe Hart, Zabaleta, Otamendi. For me, it's between... How can we not put Dzeko in there? How can we not put Dzeko in the top 20, mate? But then Joe Hart needs to go in the top 20 as well. Let me zoom in for you. These are the players we've got. We need to pick one of these players here at the bottom. And the one, if we don't pick the player, everyone else gets discarded. Oh, mate. For me, Gundogan's in, innit? Gundogan's in, guys. Wait, where's Gundogan? Yeah, Gundogan's in. Chill on the Gundogan, innit? It's these players here at the bottom. Jekyll, Barry, Jesus, Alvarez, Joe Hart, Zabaleta, Otamendi, Samir Nasri, Laporte. Oh, for me, it's between Joe Hart, Zabaleta, Jekyll. Oh, this is difficult, man. Wait a sec. Is there anyone up here that shouldn't be here? Sane? Sane, mate. Let me check Sane's stats. This is fucking difficult. I've got to put Jacko in the top 20, guys. I'm sorry. I've got to put him in the top 20, man. I've got to put Jacko in the top 20. I have to. Right, so Sane did kill it, though. Sane did kill it. 135 games, 39 goals, 46 assists. This is harder than I thought it was going to be, man. This is. What about Diaz? What about Diaz? He had 6 seasons, yeah. He's been here, what? Is this his 3rd season now? He was mint in his 1st season. Last year, I thought he wasn't even... I thought he was all right last year, but I didn't think he was... No, was it last year or the year before? Fuck, I can't remember. Maybe Diaz. No ways John Stones going out, bro. No chance am I dropping John Stones from this. Neat Squire, honestly, bro, check his numbers. He's played 230 games for City, 62 goals, 45 assists. He's got over 100 GNA in 230 games, bro. He absolutely deserves to be in there, Foden, 100%. Like, you can't say Sane deserves to be in there, but then say Foden doesn't. Foden's got better numbers and he's played more games than Sane. Oh, my God, this is fucking hard, this, isn't it? Haaland's only been a year. Take him out. Should I take Haaland out and just be like, you got to play over a year? Should I do that? That might make it a bit easier. I'll make a rule, yeah, where you've got to have played over like 100 games or something, yeah? Because all these players here have played over 100 games. So I'm going to do that. You've got to have played over 100 matches. Yeah. That's a good rule. That's a good rule. That's a good rule. That's a good rule. We'll do that. Right, where's Haaland? See you in a bit, mate. Come back next year, innit? Right, so we've got 2 players. I've got to put Jacko in. I'm sorry for people who don't agree, but Jacko has to go in there. Jacko was class. So we need one of these. I think Zabaleta's got to go in there, but Joe Hart's got to go in there as well, man. Zabaleta was evil. Yo, history fan, chill out, bro. You're just going to abandon it. Oh, fuck. Let me check Zabaleta's stats. Zabaleta, transfer marked. How many games did he play for us? Played 333 games. But Joe Hart deserves to be in there as well, man. Oh, this is fucking difficult, mate. I'm putting Zabba in. I'm putting Zabba in. How many have we got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. As much as I rate Gareth Barry, does he get in above any of these players? Not for me. Not for me. But Sane was evil, man. I've got to make a decision. I've got to make a decision. Let me put him up here. Let me see if it makes it easier if I put him up here and see who I can swap him with. Let me put him here. Right, Aguero, killer. Bernardo, class. David, class. Mahrez, class. Foden, class. Tevez, class. Gundogan, class. Ederson, class. Company, class. Sterling, class. Fernandinho, Yaya, Rodri, Walker, Stones, KDB, Sane, Diaz, Dzeko, Zabaleta. How many games has Diaz played for us? I told you this would be difficult. I told you this would be difficult, man. Oh, God. He's played 143 games. He's played in the 2020, 2021, 2021, 22, 22, 23, 20. He's had 3 years. The first year he was mint. The second year he was okay. And then last year when he come back, he was mint again. I'm not taking Foden out. No way am I taking Foden out. No chance. Sane. But his stats are unbelievable. Sane's stats are a joke. And he was such a good player to watch. Like if I do the calculation, yeah, on goals and assists. So if I do 8936 divided by 50, 60, 70, 85 G&A. That's a goal or an assist every 105 minutes for Leroy Sané. Mate. I don't know what to do. Is it Diaz? Does Diaz have to go, blood? The way I'm looking at Diaz, yeah, is his first year, he was mint. Right? He was mint in his first year. And then the second year, he was all right. He was good, but he wasn't like mint. And then last year, he was injured for like a long period of time. But then when he come back last year, he was evil. And he was in the team that won the treble. But Zabaleta doesn't deserve to be knocked out because he was class for years. Dzeko, mint. It's difficult, man. Does Joe Hart deserve to be in there? This list is well off, LB. I've not even done the list yet, bro. I've not even done the list. This is just sorting out the 20. Does Joe Hart deserve to be in? Does Joe Hart even deserve to be in the list? Yeah, you're right. He does. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. Right, here's what I'm thinking. It's one of these. One of these has to go, blood. Why can't I put them? Oh, wait, let me put them in this separate list here. One of these has to go, blood. I can't get rid of Dzeko. Oh, God. You guys want John Stones out? No way. No, I can't get rid of John Stones, mate. He's a Rolls Royce of a football player. Nah, I can't get rid of John Stones, guys. I can't get rid of John Stones. But then does John Stones... Who deserves it more, John Stones or Diaz? Oh, you've just entered another fucking problem there. Why you guys... Guys, focus on the problem at hand, man. Don't create new issues. You know what I mean? John Stones wasn't even in the conversation, and then boom, you say John Stones, and now look, you created another problem. Now I got another player in the list. Chill with the new, like, just chill with. I'm gonna block so you can't see all the other players. Don't create more problems, innit? You know what I mean? Stick with the problems that we currently have. Want peace, not problems. Oh. But I tell you what we can do. I tell you what a good idea. John Stones, Diaz. Who would you rather have in the team? John Stones or Diaz? Because they're both centre backs. They're both centre backs. So it's like it's an easy one. Because whoever wins can be safe. Diaz, right? Diaz is safe. Fucking hell. Jekko, I'm calling. I'm making an executive call on Jekko. He's safe. Sane's safe. Hart's safe. One of these two has to go. The hell? That's good on there. One of these two boys has to go. Paul, I'm going to poll it. I'll let you guys decide the final one. I'll let you guys decide who is in the top 20. Zaba, Stones. Right, you've got 60 seconds timer. Right, you got 60 seconds. Your time starts now. Who are you saving? Who are you saving? You're voting to save. You're voting to save. Who will be in the top 20? Will it be Zabaleta? Or will it be John Stones? Zabaleta went through thick and thin at Manchester City. He was an absolute animal on that right-hand side, bombing up and down the line, getting beautiful crosses into the box, defending with his heart on his sleeve. Often you would find him with a headband. No, not Jack Grealish. An emergency health headband because he'd probably been kicked in the face and bleeding. However, John Stones, the modern Rolls-Royce footballer, centre-back, come midfield player now, and so crucial to Manchester City's inverted centre-back player. Who will win this debate? You guys decide. Cast your vote in the poll now. You could have 10 seconds left. This is going to be close, guys. Cast your votes in. It is very, very close. We got 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. John Stones, you have made it. I've closed the screen. John Stones has made the top 20, people. John Stones has made the top 22. Some disappointment in the chat, some curiosity in the chat, actually. Let's just count. We've got 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. The 20 has been made. Your finalists, and this is where it gets, you think that was hard. This is where it gets even more difficult. Your finalists for the top 20 Manchester City players since takeover is Sergio Aguero, Ederson, Fernandinho, Ruben Diaz, Joe Hart, Yaya Toure, Vincent Kompany, Bernardo Silva, David Silva, Raheem Sterling, Rodri, John Stones, Kyle Walker, Riyad Mahrez, Foden, Sane, KDB, Tevez, Ilkay Gundogan, and Edin Dzeko. Right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is it. This is where we got to decide, man. This is where we got to decide. Okay, so what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start doing like top 10. I think we should do top 10s, bottom 10s, and then we can work it from there. That might be the best sort of way to go about this. So top 10s for me: Aguero, Fernandinho, David Silva, Yaya Toure, Ilkay Gundogan, Vincent Kompany, Rodri, KDB. Fuck. Forgot about him. Sterling Mahrez. Okay, okay. That's no particular order, and this can be changed. This can be changed. Chill. Right. Who's the worst player on this list? Probably has to be Joe Hart, right? Or John Stones, because they were last to get picked. Joe Hart 20th. John Stones. Diaz. I think Sane actually. I left Sane in there by accident, but I actually think that might be legit. I need to move all these players up here, innit? Like, get these players up here a bit. This is difficult, man. I knew this was going to be difficult when I suggested it last night, but this has exceeded all my expectations of like level of difficulty. And I know for a fact this is going to piss people off, but is what it is, and it's international break, so we have to make content, right? So Sane, Joe Hart, Stones, Diaz. This is a draft, by the way. I can make changes at the end, so this is not locked in. This is not my final answer. All right. So Sane's in there. Oh my god, this is really difficult. Let me check Jekyll's stats. I need to check Jekyll's stats, guys. Jekyll Man City stats. Did you slam for us, bro? What? 189 games, 72 goals, 38 assists. Let's have a look at Tevez's stats, because we might be able to shithouse this by just doing who's got the best stats. Let's have a look. Tevez, 148, 73, 35. So Tevez has to be above Jekyll, because Tevez has the same sort of appearances, but better goals and assists. Like, how important is Edison compared to like Tevez and Jekyll? Do you know what I mean? Like, should Edison be above Jekyll and Tevez or below? Like, that's a yeah. You know what's funny, Saeed? Yeah, you do your worst signings and you'll do modern day. You'll do the modern day Man United, bro. So why don't you just leave us to do this, yeah? And you go and do worst signings, bro. You'll be talking about this season and last season, Brit. Come on, man. International break, bro. Put the guns aside, innit? You know what I mean? Meant to be on the same team. Oh man. I'm gonna go. I think Tevez was better than Bernardo Silva, to be honest with you. And I know that's gonna make a lot of people cry their eyes out, but Tevez was like unreal. And I know it ended badly and ended sourly, but he started a lot of the Manchester City stuff off. He was there in 2012. I know that's gonna piss a lot of people off, but I just genuinely believe that. Kyle Walker's the best right back this country's ever seen. Yeah, he did, Xavi. He did. See, I got to take that. Do I have to take that into consideration? Well, I guess I can if I want. It's my own rules, and you have your own rules. Like the fact that Tevez did have that big bust up with Mancini. But to be honest with you, the problem with that is like if you actually listen to what people said after the whole Bayern Munich Tevez thing, it seemed to me like it was just a massive misunderstanding. Like two players who couldn't speak to a manager and a player that couldn't speak to each other probably struggled to communicate in the same language. And I think actually it was blown up to be more than what it was. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put Dzeko 16th. I'm going to put Edison 15th. I'm going to put this is hard, man. This is hard. I'm going to put Kyle Walker's the best right back this country's ever seen. You know what I'm saying? No, no, no. Cook me, man. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's horrible. This is horrible, mate. This is horrible. But this is only a draft, innit? This is only a draft, so I can change this. I can change this in a bit, right? My bottom 10's done. My bottom 10's done, but I can change it. It's just a draft at this moment in time. Okay, now, man, this is hard. This is very, very hard. Oh my god. Right. Okay. So Tevez above Walker. That's a great shout. You're right. I'm going to change that straight away. Thank you. That is true. 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 Right. Okay. Okay. Let's have a look at the top 10. So let's do top 5. Let's do bottom 5. That might be easy. So for me, Aguero top 5, KDB top 5, David Silva top 5. Oh my god, Vincent Kompany top 5. Bro. This is just a draft. 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 Don't kill me. Don't kill me. This is just a draft. But Gundogan deserves to be in there. He captained our side to a treble. But Yaya was unreal. This is unreal. Right, okay. Right, let's have a look at who's the worst out of these 5. You also got to look at like longevity and shit as well, aren't you? That's true. That's true. Does Yaya deserve to be in the top 5? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he does. I don't know. He did score the winner against Stoke. He scored the winner against Man United. Like the guy was a beast. Okay. Sterling or Mahrez? Who's better? This is fucking hard. How long we had Rodri for? I knew it was going to be difficult. I never thought it was this hard, to be honest. Like, I've been genuinely serious. Yeah, I thought, oh, this will be fun. This will be fun. It could be a bit tricky. Yo, this is a lot harder than I expected. Okay, we've had him since 2019, so 1920, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. It's been here 4 years. Mahrez was a slammer. And Mahrez, like Champions League Mahrez, but then ultimately Champions League Mahrez, but we never won the Champions League with Mahrez. We won it with Rodri. Sterling was unreal. I've got to put Sterling above Mahrez, which is going to piss a lot of people off as well. So I'm thinking like that. Fernandinho for me was like one of the best DMs this country's ever seen. Does Gundogan go above or below Fernandinho? I think he might. I don't know. I think he might have to go above him, to be honest with you, because whilst Fernandinho was a sick DM, like for me, he was one of the best DMs in the world and the Premier League. Like Gundogan, arguably, did Gundogan not have more strings to his bow or whatever the saying is? Did he not? He could play DM. He could play attacking midfield. He captained the side and captained us to a treble. That is a difficult one. That is a very, very, very difficult one. I'm going to put him above. That is close. See, Rodri and Yaya, that's another fucking difficult one, man. Because Yaya was mint, but he also had a load of games where, let's be honest, he was shit. Like, he had a load of games where he was just lazy, couldn't be arsed, little impact on the game. But when he turned up, oh my God, when he turned up. And let's be honest as well, he's also had one of the best midfield season performances of any midfielder the Premier League's ever seen when he scored 25 goals or whatever it was in one season. But he's not captained the side to a treble. This is grim. That is like I don't know, man, because like off of pure right, this is the problem I've got right now. Yeah, off of pure Gundogan versus Yaya Toure, who was a better player? For me, Yaya Toure was a better player. He was a better footballer than Gundogan, but Gundogan performed consistently for 4, 5, 6, 7 years. He could play DM. He could play attacking mid. Well, I guess so could Yaya to a certain degree. He also captained the side to a historic treble. What about if I do this? What can I do this? That works, isn't it? I put him above Fernandinho, even though that is still a bit of a debate. This is just a draft as well, remember. This is just a draft. Right, where does Rodri go? Rodri's first season wasn't great. Last season, he was immense. The season before that, he was good as well. I would say something like that. Oh, hey, man. But he did score the winner in the Champions League. The thing is with Rodri, right? He's had what, 2 seriously good seasons. And if I did this next year, he probably would go above Mahrez. Yeah, does he deserve to go above Mahrez now? Oh, yeah, probably does, to be honest. He probably does deserve to go above Mahrez. But does he though? Mahrez was also mint. Mahrez was mint. Right, I'll leave it like that for now, yeah. And obviously, this is just a draft. We can finish this off in a bit. Right, this for me is quite simple because I've done it many times. Right, well, now we need to fix it because this is broke. Right, okay, so the current draft is Joe Hart, John Stones, Ruben Diaz, Leroy Sane, Dzeko, Edison, Foden, Bernardo, Tevez, Walker, Mahrez, Rodri, Sterling, Fernandinho, Yaya Toure, Gundogan, Company, David Silva, Aguero, KDB. Right, let's. I'll tell you what we can do now. If you've got like a main bad like thing about this now, if you're looking at this and going, no way, that is ridiculous. Like, what is it? And then we'll tackle each individual situation. You know what I mean? Let me just double check myself, right? So I think I'm kind of happy with this at the bottom. This I've got like this one here, Bernardo and Tevez. I've got like a little bit of a question mark over, but I think I'm okay with it. Walker not being in the top 10 is seriously questionable. And then to be honest with you, I feel like this area here, I'm kind of happy with. I'm kind of happy with my top 10. I can't really lie, to be honest with you. Right, let's have a look at some of your problems. Edison over Foden. I hear it. I don't think it's something that I'm looking at going, that is seriously wrong. Xavi says Stones over Diaz. Again, yes, potentially. I'm happy to change that, actually. Yeah, I'm happy to change that. I'm quite happy to have John Stones above Diaz. Walker's done more than Mahrez. See, this is where the whole attackers win Ballon d'Ors and defenders don't really do it, because attackers usually get the plaudits, don't they? To be honest with you, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking there's not much I'd change. This Mahrez for Walker thing, yeah, I'm happy to debate that. I am happy to debate that. And to be honest, Walker has slammed it now for a long time. But Mahrez has so many like iconic moments. He scored so many big goals. That is a tricky one. The more I think about it, the more I am favouring putting Walker above Mahrez. But that is, you know what? Fuck it, I'm going to do it. It's difficult, isn't it, Truss? How hard is this? Because you don't want to disrespect the players, man. You don't want to disrespect the players. I think I'm happy with it. Oh, man. I feel like Mahrez should be in the top 10, guys. I do. I feel like we've made a mistake. Sterling to 11th. I can't put stuff. I think Sterling is massively underrated by our fan base. Let's have a look at his stats. I know he had some bad moments. He played 339 times for us, 131 goals, 95 assists. So it's like, what, 225 goal involvements in 339? I think he's massively underrated, to be honest with you. I think he deserves his spot there. I think I'm happy. I think, listen, it's not perfect because it's really difficult. The only sort of debates I've got here now is this. I'm happy with this. I am happy with this. Yaya's a bit of an anomaly because I don't know what to do with Yaya. He's got to be in the top 6. But then it becomes really difficult about where does Yaya go. Rodri's one who's obviously on the ascendancy. If we did this again next year and Rodri's crucial to the way we play still this year, he's probably going to start really putting pressure on Sterling and Fernandinho. I think Walker does deserve to be in the top 10 because he's the best right back I've ever seen in the Premier League, for sure. 100%. He's probably like top 3, top 4, top 5 right backs of all time. Of all time. So to not put him in the top 10 I think is seriously difficult. I think Mahrez can consider himself extremely unlucky not to be in the top 10. The thing with Mahrez, for me, I would say is I think he can blame the fact that he played in a position where he got rotated all the time. You know, like Walker plays every game. Rodri plays every game. Sterling played 339 times. You know what I mean? Like, Mahrez gets dropped a lot and rotated. Tevez being 12th. I mean, I don't think it's ridiculous. I think Bernardo can consider himself a little bit unlucky not to be above Tevez. But I would just say Tevez, for me, holds a special place because of the situation in which I joined our football club. And he's a player which really was amazing to watch. And he scored some fantastic goals. I know Foden is causing you guys some issues. Does Foden deserve to be above Ederson? Let me have a look at this. Let me do some detail. Let me do some research on this. Who deserves to be higher, Ederson or Foden? So Ederson's played 300 matches. Foden's played 230. I know what you're saying. I do know what you're saying, but I don't know. This guy's got a hat trick against Man United, by the way. He's got a hat trick against United. Academy tax, yeah, you know, it might be right. Oh, I hear it. I hear the argument for Ederson. I do hear the argument. Ederson also has GA. It does have GA, man. He actually does, doesn't he? How many assists does Ederson have? How do you even find out assists? Because when you're a goalkeeper, it doesn't tell you. It doesn't tell you on Transfermarkt how many assists he has. He has 4 GNA, does he? That's a GNA at what? Just under every year. No, I hear it. I understand it. I think, again, this one for me is very close. I do think it's close, but I do hear it. I hear the mess that we was in before he came with Bravo, and we have been very, very settled with Ederson in our net. And you look around Europe, you look at United with Onana, David De Gea, you look at Chelsea with their goalkeeping situation. You look at England constantly thinking about what goalkeepers they should have. You look at Arsenal. You know what I mean? We've been very lucky to have a stable goalkeeper. I hear that. I think I'm happy with it. This is difficult. This is a tricky one, but I'm happy with that. I think I'm happy. I think honestly, genuinely, I think I'm happy with the list. So in number 1 position, it is Kevin De Bruyne. In number 2, Sergio Aguero. In what will annoy a lot of people, because a lot of people do consider him our greatest ever football player, David Silva in number 3 is my position. Number 4, captain, absolute hero to so many, scored some huge goals as well, let it be said, Vincent Kompany. In number 5, treble winning captain, and soon, hopefully, statue season, Ilkay Gundogan. Number 6, absolute beast. Technically so gifted. One of the greatest players I've seen play for this football club. And maybe if he had a better agent, maybe if in certain times, maybe he tried a bit harder, maybe he could have found himself higher up the list, but thoroughly deserves to be up there. Yaya Toure. Number 7, one of the greatest DMs this country has ever seen, Fernandinho. Number 8, in one particular year, he had the same amount of goals and assists as Lionel Messi. absolute unbelievable player. Ended a little bit disappointingly. I'll tell you what, I would love to see him play in this team with Haaland in the middle, putting him on that right-hand side, putting crosses in for Haaland. That could have been super interesting to see. Raheem Sterling in number 8. Number 9, in my opinion, right now, the best midfielder in world football. Scorer of so many big goals, including the winner of our first ever Champions League against Inter Milan. Rodri. Number 10, definitely the best right back this country's ever seen. Possibly the best right back ever. He's certainly in the top 3 or 4 best right backs of all time. And for that reason, I think Kyle Walker deserves to be in the top 10. Kyle Walker. And obviously captain right now as well. Riyad Mahrez. Again, I think he considers himself very unlucky. And the only reason really that he's not in the top 10 is probably just due to the fact that he was rotated in and out of the team just because of obviously the position he played. He had Bernardo Silva to compete with. He had Phil Foden to compete with. However, has played 236 times, 78 goals, 59 assists, scored some big goals as well, including that historic night when he scored the free kick against PSG, which I predicted. That will live long in the memory of all City fans. He can consider himself very, very unlucky not to be in the top 10. Carlos Tevez, maybe to some people might consider this a little bit high, but I don't consider it high. I think that he really, for me, when he joined, I knew that we were serious. I knew that we were serious when he joined. Obviously, we signed Robinho, but Robinho was more of like, oh shit, is this just like a one player in? And Robinho didn't really cut the mustard. Tevez got it, man. I think he understood. He never really spoke to us because he didn't really speak English and that. And as fans, we never really got to hear too much from Carlos Tevez. But I think Tevez understood the City fans. I think he knew how we felt because at that time, of course, when he joined, we'd not won anything. We'd not won anything, and we were still this team that was trying to catch Manchester United, and they were the team under Alex Ferguson who was winning stuff and getting to Champions League finals and winning Premier Leagues, and we were just this team who for the last 30, 40 years, whatever it was, had suffered so much, had gone relegated. And of course, we were all the fans that were travelling around to, small stadiums watching Manchester. I think he got it. I think he understood what it meant to be a City player. And the only regret I have with Tevez is that he didn't speak proper English and do like a lot more interviews so we could properly communicate with him. But he communicated to us as City fans through his performances on the pitch, through the way he played. I still, to this day, have struggled to find a player that works as hard as Tevez. I know Jesus did when he came in. I know Bernardo does. I know Alvarez does. But for me, I've never seen a player like Tevez before. Constantly running and give his all for the badge. So I think he deserves that. Bernardo Silva, again, probably can consider himself a little bit unlucky to be 13th, but I think he's probably about the right position there for me. I think he gives us a lot, but I also think he has a little bit of the James Milner syndrome, of which, because he plays in so many different positions, false nine, right wing, attacking midfielder, double pivot, DM, sometimes you actually lose a little bit of what's there. You don't really fully see it because they're getting moved week in, week out. But he deserves to be in the top 20. And again, probably can consider himself a little bit unlucky that he's that far down the list. This, again, I found this was a difficult decision. In the end, you guys twisted my arm. Ederson, I say it again. When we had Claudio Bravo, I've never seen such a terrible goalkeeper in net for this club, in my opinion, from what I've seen. You know what I mean? Every single shot that hit us went in the back of the net. And I tell you the thing about Ederson, right? When we signed Bravo, this is the thing that makes Ederson special. When we signed Bravo, and Bravo came in, and he started kicking it. I was like, oh my God, this guy's kicking ability is insane when we signed Bravo. Obviously, he couldn't stop anything from going in the net, but kicking wise, I thought, wow, this guy's kicking is mad. And then we signed Edison, and then I went, whoa, this guy's kicking is mad. And then when Bravo went back in net for cup games or whatever, I was like, Bravo's kicking is terrible. His kicking wasn't terrible. It was just because Edison's kicking is so good, it makes a good goalkeeper on the ball look average. So, and as well, I've got to say as well, Edison, back end of last season and this season, he's making saves. Whether that's Ortega pushing him, I don't know, but he's making saves now. Phil Foden, to me, is destined to rise up this list. If Phil Foden's watching this right now and you think, fucking hell, why am I only 15th? I'll say this to you, Phil. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep getting better. Keep scoring more goals. Keep creating more chances. And you will rise up the list. And you could have a chance to be in the top 5, top 6, maybe. Who knows? Maybe even number 1. We'll see. Edin Dzeko. I think this is respect. This is respect for a man that probably didn't get the respect that he deserved while I was at the football club. I remember being at the Etihad a lot and, slating the guy because he wound me up because his touch wasn't the best. And I think he was a player. Mate, I'll tell you now, buddy, you'd be surprised about what City players watch different streams. I know for a fact that City players used to watch us when I was on the City Extra. I know for a fact. So don't always think that, bro. Yeah, Dzeko, I think was a player that was underrated when we had him, and for me, I realised how good he was when he left. And when he left, I was like, shit. Like, we let a good player go there, and we let him go for cheap. And wherever he's been since, he's scored goals. He is a fantastic player. He is the Bosnian diamond. It's a perfect name for him. Unbelievable player. Left foot, right foot, scored 5 goals or 4 goals against Spurs. Unbelievable player. And underrated. And I think when he left, I think we realised that we'd let a good player leave there. Leroy Sané might be a surprise to some people, but electric. So good to watch. Scored some great goals. Including that free kick at Schalke, which I'll never forget. One of the best goals I've seen in terms of like the situation, because we was in the away end. Everyone was smashed and he stuck one in the top corner. It was absolutely unbelievable free kick. So good to watch. Tormented defenders. So fast, so tricky with the ball. I think, I've said this many times, but I actually think he'll probably regret leaving City now. I think he thought he'd go back Bayern Munich and be the main man. It's not really worked out like that. And if I could bring Leroy Sané home tomorrow, I would bring him home. I would bring him back to Manchester City tomorrow if we could re-sign him. John Stones, Ruben Diaz. I think, again, this is a little bit of a... probably depends on what you prefer. If you prefer the old school brute centre-back, the guy who just defends and defends very well, you're probably going to prefer Ruben Diaz. If you're a bit more of a modern baller, you like players on the ball, you like bringing it out from the back, you're probably going to favour John Stones. I give it John Stones just because he's got more to his game, but there isn't a great deal in between it. And then Joe Hart coming in at number 20. Passion merchant. Absolutely love the club. Love the badge. Love the fans. I still remember sitting in the south stand. Joe Hart do the Poznan. Joe Hart do the Poznan. Na, 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 na. And he'd do the Poznan. Joe Hart do the worm, I think was one. So, yeah, I think he deserves to be in that. Listen, I think this was a very, very difficult list to do. Shows you what good players we've had at this football club, and we still have. But I think on the whole, I'm happy with it. I think on the whole, I am happy with that. But I know for a fact that people who are watching this maybe on replay will try and cook me. But there we go. There we go. I'm buzzing. I'm low-key. I'm actually buzzing with that. Go through the list one more time. Okay, bro. I'll put the list up one more time. Here we go. Okay, so number 1 for me is Kevin De Bruyne. Let me just explain that, actually, because I've not really explained this. I just kind of did it and then just sort of left it. So this is obviously, this is my top 3. Now, why is that my top 3? Okay, so I know. Obviously, a lot of people want David Silva as the number one, and for me, David Silva was an unbelievable player for this football club. One of the best players this country has ever seen. So delicate and yeah, fantastic. Sergio Aguero, one of the greatest finishers of all time, scored the 93-20 goal, scored in big games as well. If you look at his record against the top six, his record against the top six was evil. So the Kun Aguero versus David Silva debate is difficult. Is difficult because I understand it. But for me, I just give it to Sergio Aguero because I just think the amount of goals that he scored for this football club is our record goal scorer. I have to just put him above David Silva. And for me, Kevin De Bruyne, the reason I put Kevin De Bruyne at the top of the list is I just feel that he has almost no weaknesses in his game. He's got everything. He's got the Yaya Toure driving it from deep gene. He's got the left foot shot gene. He's got the right foot shot gene. He's got goals from distance, goals from close. He's got the passing accuracy. He's got passion. And he's just a wonderful footballer to watch. He is him. He has everything. He's just a wonderful footballer to watch. And to think that we signed him for 50 mil and the newspapers in this country wrote articles and titles calling the £50 million flop. And he's gone on, in my opinion, to be the best Manchester City player of all time. Shows you just what a mistake they made with their sort of news that day. I just think he's a wonderful player. I think we need to treasure him because I don't think we're going to have him for much longer. I think two years wouldn't surprise me if he left in 2025. He's just an amazing player, and we need to find a replacement for him soon as. So that's my top. That's the reason for the top three. I think for me, KDB is solidified number one in my opinion. Aguero and David Silva, I think it's a little bit closer, same sort of era. I know Kevin De Bruyne did play with these, but obviously Kevin De Bruyne's much more recent. These were obviously back in 2012 and 2013 and stuff. This is close for me. Sergio Aguero and David, but I just give it to Sergio because the sheer amount of goals, he's the record goal scorer. Listen, I think if you want to say company above Gundogan above company, I don't think that's the dumbest thing to say either. I think, company, fantastic player, fantastic defender, such a good guy as well. Such a good guy. I mean, listen to the way he speaks, fantastic. But yeah, he got it as well. He got what it meant to support this club and to be this football club. And I think that sort of is lost sometimes. I said it about Tevez before, but I think when we think about players, some players manage to get a connection to the fans and some don't. Now, just because you don't have that proper special connection doesn't mean that you're not a good player. But if you do manage to get that special connection, then I just think it helps. It helps, So, yeah, listen, that's the top five. Let me just quickly go through the rest of the list. Gundogan in 5th, Yaya Toure 6th, Fernandinho 7th, Sterling 8th, Rodri 9th, Kyle Walker 10th, Mahrez in 11th, Tevez in 12th, Bernardo in 13th, Edison in 14th, Foden in 15th, Dzeko 16th, Sane 17th, John Stones 18th, Diaz 19th, and Joa in 20th. Well, there we go. Took us an hour and a half, but we got there in the end. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. There won't be any streams tonight because I'm out watching the boxing, but tomorrow we'll be going watching Spain versus Norway. So make sure you join me for that. It's Rodri versus Oscar Bob and Erling Haaland. I think it's 5 o'clock kickoff, but just double check it. I'll do a watch along for that. And then Monday, 5 o'clock, Salah versus Algeria. Salah versus Mahrez. Egypt versus Algeria. There we go. That's at 5 o'clock UK time as well. So we're doing a watch along for that. Listen, guys, thank you for joining me for this one. This has been it was hard, but it's been a fun stream. Make sure you drop a like on the stream. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And guys, I'll see you tomorrow. See you in a bit.